What do you prefer to watch more, a YouTube video or a movie? Better yet, a YouTube video or a TV series? Or how about an anime or a cartoon? Well, the point I'm making is that YouTube has 2.6 billion monthly average users, which means more people watch YouTube than movies and TV globally. Yes, that's right. I know it's a crazy thing to hear, but everybody uses YouTube. And as YouTube grows in popularity, so does the quality behind each and every video. I mean, you can make the argument that at some point, YouTube videos will be nominated for Emmys and Oscars. I mean, this is what YouTube videos are going to look like on YouTube TV within the next couple of months. The point I'm making is that YouTube videos should be taken very seriously by accredited reviewers rather than just a random audience deciding whether something is good content or not. And so I decided to get ahead of the curve before YouTube becomes incredibly mainstream, even though it is already, and I hired professional film critics to review my YouTube channel to see whether or not it's Oscar worthy. So every reviewer you're about to see is either a professional film critic or TV critic, and so I hired them to basically audit my entire YouTube channel. So I'm ready to have my ego shattered, or perhaps brushed, but it remains to be seen. So without further ado, we have a lot to do, so let's do this. Okay, so first up we have, it looks like Steve from Blue's Clues after he lost all of his hair and went bald. You see, like, with the sweater and stuff. I don't mean to roast this guy entirely. He looks like a very nice fella. Probably looks like me, honestly, a little bit. As you can see, I mean, he's dressed literally, like, if I had to chat GPT what a film critic looked like, I would expect it to be this guy. It looks like he's trying to play the role of a film critic. He's got a sweater vest, he's got his glasses, he's looking directly at the camera, white wall behind him, clearly is more into film than YouTube videos because I don't think he understands webcams too much. However, benefit of the doubt, he's looking into my world, so I will look into his world and I will accept him for who he is. Let's go ahead and watch what he has to say about my channel.
Today we're taking a closer look at Sambucha, a well-known YouTuber for producing highly edited videos with a mix of pranks, challenges, informational, and gaming moments. While his work has a solid foundation, there are some...
It already sounds like he's reviewing it like he typed up a professional review and then is just like reciting it, which I respect because that's kind of what I want.
Notable areas for improvement. We'll explore those now. One of the immediate challenges with Sambucha content is the runtime. All of his videos are over 20 minutes long, feeling like a commitment. When time is limited, even watching a couple of his videos at double speed can feel like a daunting task.
All right, is that how you guys feel? I mean, not all of my videos are over 20 minutes. I also liked how he says runtime as if like this is a movie. It's just called video length, my guy.
While some of the longer form content can work from some creators, it can detach from the viewer experience. And while the Sambucha style reminds you of Mr. Beast, unlike Mr. Beast who often creates epic style content through substantial giveaways, the Sambucha approach to these stunts feels like it's almost there, but not quite hitting that same level. Perhaps bringing in someone to help negotiate and source bigger deals could help elevate these segments.
So you basically said I need to ramp up my production. I think that's fair. I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast. I don't think I've ever made a video that is Mr. Beast-esque. I don't do all that like insane editing that you're probably seeing right now for these 5 seconds. But what I can tell you is that he basically thinks that I need to improve my content, it sounds like.
As a creator, Sambucha's visual presence is consistent, almost like an action figure with a limited number of outfit swaps. There's a hat, the cutoff t-shirt, and maybe a fitted shirt in black or army green. It's a trademark look, but it's something that leaves the impression that there's more polish than personality.
Oh, that's such, oh my gosh. These film critics, you got some nerve coming into my house on my channel and disrespecting me like that, saying that I have no personality and I'm just an action figure, a character in a costume that just appears nice and polished on screen. You have some gall, Mr. I don't even remember your name. Look, I get what he's saying. I know I can come off a bit robotic-y at times. I know I have sometimes problems showing my emotions with you guys, but that's why I'm here, because I want to grow and I want to be able to ultimately become the man who I know to be for you guys. See? What would you say about that, bootleg Steve? All right, let's move on.
And that brings us to the stunts and the pranks. The gaming skill. These pranks, while entertaining, sometimes feels like missed opportunities.
What pranks do I do?
The amount of budget that seems to go into each video, there's potential to push them even further, even bigger, and more elaborate, leaving a lasting impact. And the Sambucha content often includes gaming. His skills in this area could use some polish, more practice, more finesse could lead these segments.
What? It sounds like a hit job. My gaming skill, first of all, I don't game. And when I do game, I feel like I'm usually pretty successful. Can somebody point me to a single time when I haven't been successful in my gaming endeavors?
Very unlikely because it looks like I'm killing it, okay? I love you. I hate you. I hate you. Oh my gosh, why is it just... No, you're so bad. You're falling right. It's like, do you want to fall into them? Here, if you want to fall in, here, I can set that up. Oh, no, I turned the wrong way. Well, you're actually carrying. No, get to here first. Oh my gosh, what a massive waste. This game is garbage.
Be more enjoyable to watch, adding an extra layer of engagement to the videos. In summary, the Sambucha content has the groundwork to produce some truly memorable content, but refining his skills, expanding on his ideas, and pushing the boundaries of pranks and gaming could take the content to new heights. He's got the resources and the commitment. Now it's just refining the vision to set him apart. Thanks for tuning in to the Sambucha review.
All right, so what I'm going to say is, all jokes aside, I really appreciate you. Thank you if you're watching this for giving the review. That was super well done. I like that you kept it professional and you were able to deliver it in a way that wasn't completely a takedown of the channel, but it definitely gave me areas to improve on. I have to defend myself because now these are public reviews of the YouTube channel. My IMDb and Rotten Tomato score is presumably dropping after that. First of all, I don't do pranks. Second of all, I don't game that much. When I do game, I don't think I'm the worst gamer ever. Third off, I actually think you're right with me being like more of a character than an actual person. But guess what? That's because you can't touch me. You can't feel me. Try to feel me. Touch me. Touch me right now. You can't. Go ahead. Touch me. Look. It's because I am a character. I can't be real because you're literally watching me. I don't know what you want me to do with that, but I think it ends there. I think overall, pretty solid review. I'm excited for the next one. All right, so this next review is coming from Ifosa O. So as you can see, here's his credentials here. So a film and advertising producer and screenwriter, Cannes Film Festival Producers Network alumnus, award-winning films and theatrical releases. He's developed screenplays, decade of professional industry experience. Also super cool guy. I was able to talk with him a little bit. So he looked at my YouTube channel and I'm going to be watching his review for the first time. I think it's also about 2 to 3 minutes. This one I'm excited about because he is very highly accredited, so this should be a good one. Okay, so here we have it. Looks like he's also hostage, but shout out, this is about 5 minutes too. Okay. All right, let's hear it.
Today we're going to take a look at Sambucha's YouTube channel. I thought initially it was a very fascinating deep dive into the world of content creation, and there doesn't seem to be that many other channels diving into what it means to be a YouTuber or exist within that space, and a platform that's so heavily saturated with endless content. It does appear that few channels dare to dive into, you know, the self-referential element of the platform and exploring what drives creators and how YouTube's ecosystem shapes culture. So that in and of itself was quite refreshing to see from a YouTube channel.
What a very nice 60-second intro, the self-referential stuff. I think he's alluding to the fact that I try to create some sort of culture around my own channel, like reviewing fake Sambucha ads. So it's like trying to create culture around the single channel as a means to attack greater YouTube culture. I think that's spot on. I certainly attempt to do that. That's crazy that he like pointed that out, because that's something on a deeper level that I certainly try to do when I put out videos. So, okay.
However, the channel does have a few pitfalls.
Let's hear it.
The content can steer towards clickbait territory.
Here's my view on clickbait. I think clickbait is bad if it's not done tastefully. I think that as soon as you see the thumbnail, that's when the content begins. So my goal with the thumbnail is to entertain. So I want it to be like a fun thumbnail that you look at it and when you click into the video, you're like, oh, that was already cool. Like, I'm excited to watch the video now. So it's like, let's say I reviewed like every YouTuber's secret channel, and then like the thumbnail was like, I show finance. The channel doesn't exist. Well, now it does. There's like 10,000 of them. But I like the fact that that was like its own separate thing, and now that picture can circulate. So this is getting a little bit meta into the process of the thumbnail, but like I think the thumbnail is part of the content, and I just want to have fun with it. I just want to make like a fun thumbnail. I don't view it as clickbait because at the end of the day, I'm still like delivering on what the title is, but the thumbnail is just like a fun little additive to the content. So that's my view of it. But I do appreciate it. I mean, continue on.
But overall, it ranks pretty low on my clickbait out of 10 scale. I'd probably give it maybe a 4 or 5.
That's not bad. Room for improvement,
the most
though.
Interesting part of the channel is that the content itself becomes a case study in YouTube dynamics, showing exactly what it takes to survive on a platform where engagement really is king.
First of all, this is incredibly insightful. I don't know how much he's on YouTube, but I feel like he understands what I'm doing at a level that even YouTubers don't really understand how to do their own channels. Like a lot of YouTubers don't consider these points he's bringing up. So he's either like a skibbity toilet brain rot commenter and like loves YouTube, or he's just very well incited. I think he has a lot of insights as a film critic, and he's actually goated. But let's continue.
Sambucha's content stand out to me, in my opinion, is probably the curiosity that I see permeating throughout the content. And while I don't really see him positioning himself as an expert on YouTube, even though he very well could do, this perspective kind of lets the viewer draw themselves in, almost in the way he presents YouTube as a familiar platform.
Yeah, so what he's alluding to is I'll make videos that are meta about YouTube, but I don't frame myself as like an expert on YouTube. I'm just here to kind of explore what this platform is that we're all on, because that is, at the end of the day, our only shared commonality is YouTube. We may have like some other stuff like, oh, hey, we're both guys, but like the one thing every single person has in common is that we're on YouTube together.
You know, never did I think a channel essentially reviewing YouTube on YouTube would garner such a large following.
Yeah, I'm sure it must be shocking if you're like not on YouTube and then you see just some of these channels that have gotten like 50 million plus subscribers. I'm sure it's a shock to see what they do and then to piece in your head how this channel is bigger than like Justin Bieber Vivo. Like you look at like Stokes twins. They probably have 100 million subscribers and they're bigger than like Taylor Swift on YouTube. I'm sure that's crazy from an outsider, which it sounds like it is.
Yes, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10 as a channel.
Okay. I will take that. A 6.5 out of 10. A 65% from an actual film critic. And I told him to go as hard as possible. I said, do not hold back. He gave a 6.5 out of 10, which I am incredibly grateful. A 6.5 is a number where no one's getting a 10, right? Like, let's just be real. Like on YouTube, which channel legitimately is a 10 out of 10? Maybe you have your pick. I'm sure there's some 10s. There's definitely going to be some 9s, right? There's going to be channels that are just tried and true. They do a lot of great things. Then there's going to be your 7 and 8s. And so I like the idea of being a little above average. I'm going to take it as Sambucha makes good content. Some may like it, some may not, but it's good, and I'm happy with that. I don't expect more. I'm really happy with his review. Very thorough. So again, shout out to Ifosa. He's a super cool dude. So if you ever need any work from him, he's on Upwork. Go check him out. So in addition to this, I wanted to now read a written review. So it is not recorded like the one that you just watched, but here we go. So I'll read this, and this is now apparently in line with what was just said. It's going to talk about the YouTube channel and everything. In the vast landscape of YouTube commentary, so I'm positioning myself, I guess, as a commentary channel, Sambucha emerges as a keen observer of digital culture, turning the platform's lens inward with the precision of a skilled documentarian. Wow. Like Christopher Nolan exploring the mechanics of dreams and Inception. That is a crazy, crazy thing to say. Sambucha delves into the intricate machinery of YouTube itself, crafting compelling narratives about content creators, algorithmic peculiarities, and the psychology of viral success. The channel's strongest moments come from its unflinching examination of creator culture. Each video feels like a carefully constructed episode, combining sharp analysis with just enough wit to keep viewers engaged. Thank you. I know it's not the most wit, but I like how he acknowledges just enough wit. Think of it as Netflix Explained series, but with a focus on a platform that hosts it. Sambucha's commentary on creator burnout and algorithmic manipulation stands out as particularly poignant. Did I say that right? Poignant?
Poignant.
Offering insights that feel both timely and necessary. However, like many modern blockbusters, the channel occasionally sacrifices substance for spectacle. The clickbait thumbnails and hyperbolic titles, while clearly self-aware, sometimes threaten to overshadow the thoughtful analysis within. It's as if an art house film got wrapped in summer blockbuster marketing. That's incredible. A necessary compromise, perhaps, but one that might make some viewers question the channel's authenticity. Okay. What saves Sambucha from this potential pitfall is the meta-narrative at play. The channel's navigation of YouTube's demands become part of the story itself, transforming potential criticism into a living case study of the platform's influence. It's reminiscent of how Charlie Kaufman's films comment on filmmaking himself, self-referential without becoming self-indulgent. The production quality consistently impresses with well-researched scripts and engaging editing that keeps pace with the intellectual depth of the content. Thank you. Shout out to Hari. Sambucha has mastered the art of making complex topics accessible without dumbing them down, a balance that many educational channels struggle to achieve. Ooh, so I'm an educational commentary channel. Does that sound in line with what you guys think when you watch me? For viewers seeking to understand the mechanics behind their daily entertainment, Sambucha's channel offers a fascinating glimpse behind the digital curtain. While it occasionally plays into the very trends it analyzes, the channel ultimately succeeds in its mission to illuminate the inner workings of YouTube culture. It's a solid 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 stars. What else is a 4 out of 5? You know what? Hold on one second. I am on IMDb right now. 4 out of 5 is basically an 8 out of 10. So what else has an 8? Who are the peers that we were playing with? Demon Slayer, The Grapes of Wrath, The Sound of Music, The Wizard of Oz, The Incredibles, The Exorcist, Sambucha. All of them 8 out of 10 stars according to the review right there. Okay, well, amazing. That was super well done. So again, shout out. Let's move on. Okay, here we go. This one is vertical, so we're not messing around here. I do think it's hilarious, again, how it's like great film critics, you know, obviously super well versed in like their world, but then it's just funny seeing like them film something and give it with like zero editing and stuff. I just think it's a nice juxtaposition, if you will.
Hello everyone. I came across a YouTube channel called Sambucha. From what I see is that it is actually the host. There's this guy called Sam. In one of the YouTube channel, there's actually a video, a thumbnail of the Samuel Butcher, like in the search engine. So I guess it's a combination of Samuel Butcher. Maybe. I'm not a big fan.
Okay, so, it's not true, but okay.
And this YouTube channel has 8 million subscribers. 8 million subscribers looks like it's actually like a small country. Somewhere, maybe an island, maybe. It's actually a small country.
You're right.
This guy video, the content, the YouTube content for this guy is actually part confusing, part oddly.
Did he say I was ugly? Are we gonna glance over that part? Did he just say this guy is ugly?
Part oddly.
I could have sworn he said this guy's ugly. Unless I misheard him. He does have a little bit of an accent.
Level of creativity. Respect
creativity, okay, thank you.
Guy, because you know, on the YouTube channel, it causes actually a rush within you, a blood rush, and increase the heartbeat.
Ooh.
Like this video, I'm saying, like I bought a dead YouTube channel to see if I could revive it.
Good idea, right?
That's actually not a clickbait. This guy actually does it. Interesting.
Yep, it's true.
He executes by the YouTube channel, maybe a dormant one.
That's right.
And works. He records himself. And actually, what I like about him is when he's actually working on this YouTube channel, he's actually like shows what he does on the screen. Like in another video, he does like another video just so it's about he actually sells his YouTube channel for $1. After selling his YouTube channel, he lets the guy control it for like a day.
I think what he's saying is that he really appreciates that I show the process flow of the ideas that I put out. So if I'm selling a dead YouTube channel, I show me purchasing it. I kind of walk through my idea for what I want to do with the channel and then creating the content, show it to you guys, then show you the whole process of like what the stats are, go into YouTube Studio. It sounds like he appreciates that. I mean, as a film critic, I'm sure he loves the behind the scenes because production gets lost in the final releases for films, whereas in a YouTube video, I could show you more of the behind the scenes because you quite literally see the behind the scenes. This isn't polished, but you know what I'm saying. Let's move on.
It's everything, what this guy does, everything. It's amazing. It's amazing. He's a daredevil. But now, there's what I think about this guy. For example, the editing. This guy editing is actually, like I said about showing the screen, he actually shows, he engages his audience. But now that's the problem. I think his style of he overdoes it because too much editing creates a scenario where the viewers think like when he's talking, you forget what he's saying and you focus on what he's editing.
You know what? I could see that being a critique. Sometimes if I'm having like an intro and if it's too dynamic with too many things going on, you're gonna forget what I'm saying because I'm just trying to distract you with a bunch of different edits. That's a film critic thing to say. So I'm glad he said it because it does show a contrast in YouTube and film. It's a great point.
Another perspective I saw actually, like the most boring part of this YouTube channel is the use of clickbait on the thumbnails. Like he includes famous YouTubers in his thumbnail. Specifically, there's 2 outstanding characters, iShow Speed and Mr. Beast.
I do use them a lot, that's fair. And they're not actually in the videos.
First, like it just makes you click. You think maybe they collaborated, but they actually didn't. This guy overdoes it and it's boring.
Alright, I appreciate it. It's true. I guess I have been. That's been the common thing so far said. The clickbaity thumbnails. You know what it is too? Like, if you're coming from film, there are no thumbnails. I guess you have like movie posters. Is that the equivalent? I think what these film critics have to understand is that YouTube is a 3-part game. You have your title, you have the thumbnail, then you have the video. And you have to win 2 of those 3 in order to get people to click into your video. I agree that clickbaiting is bad, but I think there's a way to do it that it's not terrible. But I actually am going to take some of the critique and I will pull back a little bit. Like I'm going to try to keep it in line with generally what's happening in the video. Again, let's move on.
He's funny, he's a daredevil, and also some of his content is just a borrowed content.
Fair. I'm also not a daredevil. I don't do anything to risk my life.
The twist of it, or maybe a creative perspective of it. Like I finally addressed my past. This video, I finally addressed my past. Everybody does it. It's so easy to do.
That's true. I googled myself. He knows about the trends.
Then there's another clickbait in there. Like there's this one video, the most boring part, with actually 600k views. I exposed my viewers' watch history. So his low subscribers will actually rush to view like what? But you can't actually even do it.
Okay. I will pause right there. He's calling me out for exposing my viewers' watch history, saying that's impossible to do. But I know everything there is to know about you. Like the fact that the videos that you guys watched over the past day, I don't know how long this is. Looks like a bunch of like random shorts. So you guys just love shorts, it looks like. And Law by My Exact Films. I've showed you all this before. I know everything there is to know about you. Let's leave it at that.
This guy has actually 2.6 6k videos, 8.37 million subscribers.
A lot of videos.
Yeah, that's it. I guess his creativity is on another level. I appreciate that, but
Thank you.
that over editing and that clickbait on the thumbnail. But hey, 8 million people are bored with it, so clearly he's doing something right. Or we are all just really bored.
That's honest. It's true.
Spend a lot of time online, and maybe this guy actually hacked into it, giving us content. We're watching it, we're subscribing to it. Cheers to Sambucha for keeping the internet entertained.
Yeah, I mean, keeping the internet entertained is definitely a phrase that I like coined to be associated with the channel. So that's all great. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, this was a super useful video. I think every YouTuber should do an audit of their YouTube channel once a year where they ask a bunch of random outsiders to look at their channel to see what they can do better. And I'll take it being about a 6 or 7 out of 10 seems to be the average across all the reviews. That's fine with me because that means I can only go up. So well, I guess I can go down just as easily. But anyways, we'll forget about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to click here, click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.